Ariana Grande erased herself to be Glinda in Wicked. Sabrina Carpenter successfully rebranded after 10 years, and Jennie Kim completely changed her image from global girl group member to a solo icon. And here's the formula that they all used. So last year, I realized something about why certain celebrities feel magnetic while others just fade away. And it's not because they were prettier or more talented, it's because they understood something that most people don't. When you do your own rebrand, you're not just improving yourself, you're strategically rebranding. So if 2026 was your movie, who are you going to play? Because right now, most of us are just existing. We're background characters in our own lives, not really going after what we want, not chasing our dreams, not living our lives to the fullest. But what if this year, you became the main character of your own life using the exact same formula that all these it girls used? So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3-pillared rebrand system that you see all these girls who are living their dream lives. I'm talking like Ariana Grande, Chappell Roan, Taylor Swift, Hailey Bieber, Madison Beer, literally all the girls that I've done a video on, that they all use to rebrand and give themselves the courage to go after what they really want. And by the end of this video, you will have the exact blueprint on how you're going to step into that version of yourself that you know is the truest version of you. Not just acting different, but actually being different. So first, let's look at the pattern. Ariana Grande spent years being pop star Ari. The high ponytail, the oversized sweatshirts, that specific aesthetic. But when she auditioned for Wicked, she completely erased it. She said, "I had to completely erase pop star Ari because people are so branded as one thing." And Sabrina Carpenter, she was the Disney Channel girl trying to be a serious pop star for the longest time. Then in 2024, she rebranded and stepped into this confident, slightly unhinged, owning her sexuality pop star. Espresso, please, please, please. That's not luck, that's strategic rebranding. Jennie Kim went from just being Blackpink Jennie to Chanel ambassador, solo it girl, to now launching her very own label and rebranding as a creative director and even a solo artist. Each phase is distinct, intentional, calculated. And when you study all of these rebrands, there's a formula. 3 pillars that all these it girls use whenever they want to rebrand into the next season of their lives. So pillar 1, the visual identity. And before you say this is superficial, you have to understand that humans are very visual creatures. Your appearance communicates before you even speak. Exhibit A, Hailey Bieber. Hailey didn't become an it girl just because she married Justin Bieber. She became one through strategic visual branding. The clean girl aesthetic, the glazed donut nails, the road beauty line aesthetic. It's all cohesive. You see her or you see them and you immediately know the vibe. These are some signatures that you may not have noticed. Hailey Bieber with the oversized blazers, the slick back bun, the minimal jewelry. Or Ariana during her Wicked era, the soft blonde, pink everything, old Hollywood glam. Or Madison Beer, that 2000s it girl cheerleader energy, low-rise jeans, natural glam. So here's what you're going to do. Go onto Pinterest and start curating your very own Pinterest board of everything that inspires you. But don't just pin random pretty things. Try and ask yourself, what is my signature piece, or what do I want it to be? What's one thing that shows up in almost every outfit? What's your color story? The 2 to 3 colors that define your aesthetic. What's your hair doing? Because we all know hair theory is a thing. And what's the vibe? Minimalist, maximalist, romantic, edgy. And please don't feel like you have to be restricted and keep yourself in a box. Your visual identity is all up to you, and you can feel free to be as creative as you want. Literally mix and match different aesthetics as long as it feels true to you, then that's what you should do. Pillar 2, the aura. The second pillar is energetic identity, how you move through the world. Taylor Swift herself went from being a people pleaser who apologized for everything to someone who sets iron boundaries. Her Reputation era was literally about refusing to explain herself anymore. Now she releases music on her own timeline, re-records her albums on her terms, and dates whoever she wants without caring about public opinion. That's energetic identity. I know who I am and I don't need your approval. Madison Beer went from trying to be who the label wanted to being unapologetically herself. She talks about mental health, posts without makeup, is honest about her struggles. Her energy shifted from "please like me" to "this is me, take it or leave it." And even Jennie herself doesn't over-explain. She doesn't post constantly, she doesn't try to be relatable. Her energy is, I'm living my life and you can watch it if you want. That mystery and self-assuredness is part of her brand. So define your energy for 2026. How does 2026 you handle conflict? Does she over-explain or just state her boundary once and move on? How does 2026 you show up? Is she apologetic or assured? How does 2026 you handle criticism? Does she spiral or just evaluate and move on? So for 30 days, before responding to anything, pause and ask yourself, how would I want myself to handle this situation right now? It will feel like acting at first, but eventually it just becomes you. Now the third pillar is the narrative identity, which is the story that you're telling. Taylor Swift doesn't just make albums, she creates eras. Each one has a theme, a narrative, a story arc. Reputation was revenge, Lover was softness, Folklore was escape, Midnights was sleepless anxiety. Every choice she makes supports the current narrative. And Sabrina Carpenter's 2024 narrative, that was the sexually liberated woman who doesn't apologize. Every song, every interview, every appearance supported that story. She wasn't trying to be multiple things. She committed to one narrative. So what's your 2026 era? It could be the villain era where you set your boundaries, you're extremely focused, you're used to saying no. Maybe it's your soft life era where you're just focused on receiving, being at ease and at peace. Are you in your CEO era where you're building, being ambitious and grinding? Where my CEO girlies for 2026 at? If you too are working on building something great, you can join my free exclusive community where you get to meet and support other badass, ambitious women who are after their own dreams. It's like our own little group chat where we can share our goals, our dreams, and help keep each other accountable. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below for you to join. Are you in your lover girl era where you're prioritizing vulnerability, openness, romance, or maybe even your main character era, where you want to be more confident, more vulnerable, and more willing to take up space? Once you pick your era, every decision you make will have to support it. So if you're in your villain era, you're not saying yes to every social event. If you're in your soft life era, you're not hustling 24/7 and not giving yourself a chance to rest. Now you want to combine all three pillars into your 2026 archetype. Some examples, you could be the minimalist CEO, clean aesthetic, boundary energy, building era. You could be the romantic rebel, feminine aesthetic, unapologetic energy, liberation era, understated aesthetic, confident energy, main character era. So now it's your turn. Visual identity plus energetic identity plus your narrative era equals your 2026 archetype. Here's what all these it girls teach us. Ariana Grande teaches us that you can erase what's not serving you. Sabrina Carpenter teaches us that rebranding after years of failure is possible. Jennie teaches us that mystery and boundaries create intrigue. Taylor Swift shows us that eras allow for reinvention without losing yourself. And Hailey Bieber shows us that aesthetic cohesion creates recognizability. So here's the truth about rebranding. Rebranding isn't about becoming someone new. Or at least it isn't to me. It's about becoming who you actually are underneath all that conditioning. When Ariana erased pop star Ari, she found herself again. When Sabrina stopped trying to be the good Disney girl, she found her power. When Jennie stepped out of the group and into her own identity, she finally found her voice. Your rebrand is removing the performance that you've been doing. Some people will resist your evolution. They'll say you've changed, but in a negative way. They will make you feel fake. That's because your growth threatens their stagnation. So you just gotta drown that out and keep evolving anyways. So define and write down your 2026 archetype, make it your wallpaper, put it on your vision board, become it for 30 days. And drop your 2026 archetype down in the comments. Maybe we can find some twinning energy going on. 2026 is your movie and it's time to cast yourself as the lead. And I want to see you stepping into the truest version of yourself this year. I hope this video was helpful, and if you'd like to support the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're alerted when the next video goes up. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it because there's a lot of good stuff coming your way. Until next time, take care of your heart, your mind, and your dreams. I'll see you in the next video very soon.